Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Who's just joined? Hello. We're going to wait for some more people to join. Make sure you can all hear me, okay? Just going to wait a few more minutes. Get a few more people on before we start the show. It's great to do another live on YouTube. It feels like yesterday I was just on doing my first one. Hey, Mehmet, how are you doing? Great to have you aboard. Okay. Well, I think we're going to start. Mehmet, I'm going to start this. So basically, hi, everybody. I'm back from Ibiza. This is my second YouTube live since having my channel. And today is all based around your questions, anything manifestation, law of assumption, law of attraction, self-concept, limiting beliefs, blocks, you name it, whatever it is you want to discuss today, within reason, obviously. Yeah, let's kick off this show. So who has a question for me? Does anybody have a question for me? Yeah, it's great to catch you too, Mehmet. I think there might be a delay in the messages. I'm just going to see if... No, I'm just wondering if I can change the speed of people commenting. No, it doesn't seem to be on there. Oh, thank you. I've still got a little bit of a glow for my Ibiza. Thank you, Peshar. Hope I pronounced that right. Okay, who wants to kick off the show today with a question for me? Who has a question? Does anybody have a question that they want to start with? Okay, Athava, I hope I've pronounced that correctly. I feel that my unfavorable thought might manifest. Hey, Kamal. I did, I know, it's stunning. I'm looking at the blue sky now. So Athava, your unfavorable thought might manifest. Do you want to... If you don't want to obviously share that thought, that's absolutely fine. I completely understand that. What we have to remind ourselves, actually, there's going to be a video going out later based on my Remain Persistent series that I'm doing this week. So Athava, watch that video. It'll be going out later today. Watch that video, take a look at that. And you've said, I've started fearing my own thoughts after knowing that my thoughts create. Oh, okay. Well, you don't want to beat yourself up about the thoughts that you've had, because all the thoughts that you had are based on patterns through our self-belief, patterns based around things that have happened to us in our life, which were out of our control. And this is what I say to everybody when it comes to everyone as you pushed out. God, I hate the fact that we all beat ourselves up for creating the life that we've got at the moment that we don't quite want, or that things have happened to us. Because I've said this before in a video, you only know what you know when you know what you know. So we don't want to fear our thoughts. What we want to do is you want to recognize that they're there. So if it's a negative thought, recognize that it's there. And all we want to do is go, okay, I recognize that that thought's there. I don't like that thought. I'm going to change that thought. So we just want to flip that to a positive thought. We need to become the person that is in control of our mind rather than allowing our mind to control us. So we then won't ever have to worry about fearing our thoughts, because we would have programmed our mind in a way that we are now in control of it. And yes, still sometimes negative thoughts happen to me. Obviously, I'm human. So what I want you to think about, Athava, instead of fearing these unfavorable thoughts or these thoughts of knowing that you create with your thoughts, what I want you to do is just allow them to come through, just knowing that you now have the opportunity. Think of it in a positive. You now know that your thoughts create. So you now have the opportunity to change that thought, to change that belief. I really hope that's helped. Obviously, I offer coaching sessions. So if you want any more kind of guidance on that, then just get in touch with me. The links are in the description box below. Okay. Mehmet, I've been doing my affirmations by scripting them for SP. I've had no movement but persistent. I did send them a birthday message back in August with a swift reply back. Oh, that was really nice of you to do that. I think that's important to do that. Now, there are different styles of coaching that say that we shouldn't kind of mess with the middle. Personally, I think that it's okay to message somebody if you want to be with them. And I would always take that as feedback. So with Mehmet, with what you've been saying is, I've been doing my affirmations by scripting them for my SP. I've had no movement but persistent. Okay. I did send my birthday message. Mehmet, what I would ask you to think about is, they left me. How have you been up? I'm not quite sure what you said in that one. Unanswered. I'm taking it as a mini manifestation was hoping for. Oh, I answered your question. Okay. So basically what I would do is I would think about all the reasons why you want to be with this SP. Number one. I would then think about the outcome that you're actually looking for. And maybe that it's the scripting that isn't the right technique for you. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's doing the affirmations, more affirmations about that. Or maybe it's building your self-concept up as well, because we want to make sure that we are getting what it is that we want, not from what we want, but not based through who we are. So if you've got a negative self-concept, we're only going to attract what we are, rather than kind of what we want. So my suggestion to you would be to increase your self-concept affirmations and to ask yourself, what is your mindset throughout the day when you're not affirming? Are you going down that negative spiral, or are you staying positive? Are you in the state of the wish fulfilled, knowing that you're already with that person? Or are you looking at them from afar, wanting to be with that person? There's a massive difference, because if you're looking at them from afar going, I want that, I want that, I want that, they're going to be mine, I'm going to be with them, then basically what you're saying to yourself is that you don't have it. Therefore, it can't be with you because it's not there. So we want to get into that state and the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So maybe you could do some lovely visualization techniques, build your self-concept, and focus on the outcome and being in the state of the wish fulfilled. I hope that's helped, Mehmet. Come out. Oh, let's have a look. Kamal, I've read The Power of the Subconscious Mind and it's interesting, but then my brain was like, what if all this is a lie? Yeah. What if all this is not how it works and won't work? Do you feel like this? Yes, sometimes I do. Today I had a little bit of a moment while I was thinking, oh God, am I going to meet somebody? How am I going to meet somebody? Then it's reminding myself, let go of the how. And then it's realizing that actually what I'm doing at that point, when I'm second guessing the law of assumption, what I'm actually doing is second guessing myself. So I then, and my worth is myself and my worth. If other people can have loving relationships, I can have a loving, kind, amazing relationship. For example, that was what my kind of fear was today, that it was not going to happen. But when I think about, if everybody else can have it, I can have it too, and I'm worthy of it too. So then what I basically do is I just start focusing on the outcome. I start focusing on my self-concept and kind of take my mind away from what it is I'm actually desiring to have, and just focus on building myself back up to feeling really good about myself again. So yes, I do get that. What if this all feels like a lie? For me personally, too many things have happened for me to focus on that, or it being delusional. There are some things I have to really kind of tell my mindset. I have to work around my mindset just like you guys. I have to really tell my mindset that no, it is possible, and anything is possible, and I can be doing, have anything that I want, because I'm the creator of my reality. I'm the God of my reality. I hope that's helped. We want to make sure that we don't allow that ego and that negative mindset to take over us and tell us that this is all a load of crap. Basically, we want to stop that. Philip, hey, oh my God. It's great to hear from you. Everyone, as you pushed out, question, if I grew up with a negative self-concept and people reflected that, what makes certain people show up positively at the same time? Well, now, so I had a very negative self-concept, more around, well, actually, I generally had a negative self-concept. So anybody that was nice to me, I was just like, kind of, don't leave, stay. I was like holding on to them. My true belief is, if we have amazing friends and we have loving relationships that don't work out, where people don't treat us the way that we want to be treated, it's based on something that has happened to us in our past. Generally, if we're thinking about that, generally down to how our parents kind of made us feel about not being lovable or not being worthy of love, or it not being possible for us to be in a worthy, loving, respectful relationship. Now, whatever we've seen growing up in our lives, whether we've had narcissistic parents, whether we've had, really kind of a negative upbringing, we then tend to attract that because that's all we know. Yet we could still have amazing, loving friends in our life that are really supportive and kind. But when it comes to loving relationships, we will kind of attract what we feel love should be, not what we actually want love to be, but what we know love to be. And if we've had an upsetting childhood, like I did, I then attracted people mostly in loving relationships that weren't very nice to me. Yet, I would have a lot of people still in my life that were nice to me. I hope, does that answer your question, Philip? I hope that has. Okay. Lioness Sigh. How do we get rid of ghosting mindset and get constant communication? Tell the story. They're constantly in communication with me. I'm constantly hearing from, I'm going to say SP, I'm presuming you mean SP. I'm constantly in communication with my SP. My SP is thinking about me all the time. My SP can't get enough of me. I'm all they think about all day, every day. I'm getting so many messages from my SP. It's getting a little bit overwhelming, actually. I need a little bit of a break. They're constantly in contact with me, so much so that sometimes I actually have to switch my phone off. So I want you to, that's how you stop being ghosted, because being ghosted, or AKA being ignored, is based on your self-concept. If you feel like people are going to ignore you, they're going to ignore you. If you feel like people are going to ghost you, they're going to ghost you. So we want to tell the story of what we want from that person or persons, whoever they are. I hope that's helped you. Yeah, the anxiety of it not happening, if that does get really overwhelming, what I would, Mehmet, the anxiety of you not being with your recipe, what my recommendation would be is stop thinking about it. If you're really anxious about manifesting this person in your life, I want you to stop thinking about it. I want you to just put it to the side, stop thinking about it, and just focus on you living and breathing and having fun in your life. And then come back to it when you start to feel less anxious about it and more positive about it. Because when we're coming from a place of anxiety, we're coming from a place of fear, which is a place of lack, which is a place of not having. So what we want to do is, as much as we can, we just want to stay. If any of you, and this is anybody, if any of you are getting depressed and stressed and peed off about manifesting because things aren't working, just stop thinking about it and just focus on you and having fun and working on your self-concept. That is all I would suggest you do. And only come back to focusing on the desire that you are looking to manifest when you feel more confident or better about yourself, and more ready and more relaxed and more calm, because we want to come from it from a place of living in the wish fulfilled. Now, I know you've seen my videos, you've seen all my stories when I've talked about getting my ex back. I was in such an anxious mess. I was crying. I was having sleepless nights. I was like calling my friend at 4 a.m. because I was panicking about us not ever being together again. It was horrendous. And what I did was I just, after probably and I was like that probably for about 6 weeks, maybe even longer. I was in such a state. And what I simply did, I say simply, I got to a place of just like, you know what, enough, just enough. I accepted the situation for what it was, and I cracked on with my life, and I had a laugh. I started to live my life again. And you know what happened? That's when they got in touch. That's when they messaged me. Because I wasn't coming from a place of anxiety anymore, or an attachment, or I wasn't contradicting my thought of will they, won't they. I was just focused on, I'd already done enough work. I knew what I wanted, AKA the universe. I knew what I wanted. So the universe, me, knew what I wanted. I stopped thinking about it as much as I could in a negative way, or the lack of it. And I focused on me. I had holidays. I had fun. I started going out with my friends more and making an effort for me, looking after myself, self-love, self-care. And lo and behold, guess who messages? So sometimes it's actually in our favor to stop. Depending on what we've done, or depending on how we're feeling, sometimes it's in our favor to just go, right, okay, this is where I'm at. I accept where I'm at. It might not be where I want to be, but I accept it. And just get on with your life. Just get on with your life. You can still have these nice imaginations and visualizations of being with that person and let them come into you naturally, which is what I did. And that's when things happened. That's when he came back. So I really hope that's helped, Mamet. You shouldn't feel anxious at all. And as always, I'm here if you want any more assistance. Okay, let's have a look. Spiky Riri, I still love that name. Spiky Riri. Thanks for your feedback, by the way, yesterday, dude. Okay, how do you change the assumption that guys are obsessed with dirty videos and aren't loyal? I've had this belief since a young child. Does that make a difference? Well, you've got a limiting belief that men like dirty videos and are cheaters. And if that has been your experience, if that is your belief since you were a child, obviously without speaking to you, my assumption is going to be that that has been what you've experienced throughout your life, that men have cheated and watched pornographic videos. So that's a deep-rooted belief. Now, when you say, so how do you change that? You can do that with affirmations. Write down. So this is with anybody. This is with anybody. So now so I had a hell of a lot of deep-rooted, horrible, traumatic pains and hurts deep inside of me that was basically creating a crap life for myself. And I had to do a hell of a lot of work, and it took me a long time to get where I am today. It doesn't have to take that long. I just had to keep learning different ways, which is why I guide you with my experiences. So my suggestion is, if you have limiting beliefs about anything, money, loving relationships, men, women, being gay, being, not gay, whatever it is you have a limiting belief on, and it's something that you want, what I want you to do is write down those limiting beliefs. Just simply write them down, get it all out. You can do a rampage of frustration as well. Just keep writing, get all the pains and the hurts and everything out onto paper. So write your frustrations about a situation that hasn't shown up, or how people treat you, or you never being loved the way you want to be loved, or you being poor, whatever it is, I want you to write it down. Then with that rampage of frustration, what you can do is, I want you to kind of, within that, you will then naturally find more of your limiting beliefs. Of what it is you truly think about loving relationships, what you truly think about men, what you truly think about women, what you truly think about money, what you truly think about yourself. And I want you to just circle them and create a list with those limiting beliefs that you've been able to find in your rampage of frustration. And also then you may even think that there are more limiting beliefs you have about this particular subject, and just write it down on a piece of paper. It's very straightforward to write that down. So it could be, you're not worthy of money. Money's really hard to come by. You're not a lovable person. Nobody likes you. Nobody's going to fancy you. You are a crap boyfriend or girlfriend. You are not, you're not affectionate enough. You're not good enough. You're not this enough. You're not that enough, or whatever it is that you want. So I want you to just write that down. And all you need to do is flip that to a positive. So if your mindset says, I have to work really hard for money, I'm able to, money flows to me easy and effortlessly. I am financially abundant. Money flows to me easy and effortlessly. But if you've got a really deep-rooted belief about money, which I do, I have to make sure my mindset is in alignment with my desired outcome of consistently having money flow to me, and telling myself I have a lavish, steady, dependable income consistent of integrity and mutual benefit. If I feel that my mindset is dipping into the negative of no more money's coming in, you're poor, you're going to lose your flat, or, worst case scenario, I would then get back on to my affirmations and telling myself the story of what it is that I need. So it depends how deep rooted these beliefs are. But that's what my suggestion is. Rampage of frustration, circle the limiting beliefs in there, write it down in a list, flip it to a positive, and you can either rampage the hell out of it, or loop it in your mind. But basically, you want to take the positives and impress them in the subconscious mind so the negatives dissipate. And if you don't see things kind of changing within a few weeks to a month, then get in touch and we can have a chat about it. I hope that's helped. I can't even remember who that was who asked me that question now. I'm so sorry, but I really hope that's helped you. Okay. What's that? Yeah, exactly, Andres, exactly. So how many times per day should you be affirming minimum, and how many affirmations should we have per topic, for example? Okay, so I get asked this a lot. Now, my suggestion is to do them at night time, because that's when we're in bed before we want to fall asleep. Because that is when the subconscious mind is most impressionable. And to do them first thing in the morning, again, because the subconscious mind is still really impressionable. And then throughout the day, I would then loop whatever it is you're desiring. Now, people say to me, but I've got lots of different things. Then do it in categories. So you can split it down in categories. If you're going to loop the affirmations, just maybe choose 4 or 5. So, for example, with my business, I do quite a few, but you just want to kind of loop them until you know them. But I end up telling a story with mine. So, my business is booming. My business is growing rapidly. I'm so successful and talented. I'm constantly in demand. I'm the best at what I do. I'm $1 million coach. I'm constantly creating £1,000 a day. I've constantly got new clients signing up every single day. I'm everyone's favorite choice and everyone's first choice. My business is booming. My business is growing rapidly. So, I would do that, but I would add on a few more as well, because I know it, because I do it so much. I just have them there in my mindset. So I would then do that. If I've got a few different things that I want to be affirming, or my desires I want to see manifest, I would maybe do, I don't know, a quarter of the day when I've got time, kind of focusing on business. Another quarter of the day, if I've got time, as much time as I have, doing maybe money affirmations, looping, and then love. So that's what I would do. Those 3 things are the things that are really important to me. So yeah, I would break it down. So put about 5 or 6 loops, 5 or 6 affirmations for each category to loop. But yeah, you can do the longer lists. And when you're doing those, you don't just want to go, I am this, I am this, I am this, I am this. I do believe more so that you want to kind of do it with feeling. So, for example, I am love, and I am a lovable human being, and I am liked and loved and adored everywhere I go, and I'm really popular, and I'm constantly being invited to amazing events, and I am a goddess, and I'm cherished, and I am cherished, and I am, and I start to get that feeling. I put my hands here. I hope that's helped. Just keeping an eye on the time. Okay, Melody, I have a question. How many times per day? Oh, sorry, that was your question, Melody. So I hope that's helped. Spiky Vivi. Okay. How does your SP feel when we manifest that? How does your SP feel when we manifest them or saying affirmations about them? Now, I believe that when we get a thought about our SP, when we're thinking about our SP, or when we get a thought in our mind about our SP, it's because they're thinking about us. So, and I truly believe that, because what I used to see is signs. So I would see, I'd be in the car and then a song would come on the radio, and it'd be like, there's a few specific songs. I'd be like, he's thinking about me. He can't stop thinking about me. I'm all he thinks about. And whilst you're actually doing that, you're also building your self-concept to be somebody that somebody does actually really think about, and they can't stop thinking about you because, you're such an amazing person. So I know, based on conversations that I've had with my ex when I've been manifesting him, that he does miss me, that he has missed me. And I also know that when I was there was a few things I was just looking to kind of revise. And one of them was that he always responded to me in a timely manner. And he started responding to me in a timely manner. And he'd say, you know, he would start saying, I've always got time for you. I've always got time for you. I've always got time to message you back. So I hope that kind of helps. I think they do feel what you're feeling, I think is what I'm trying to say. They feel what you're feeling. So if you're missing them, it's because they're missing you. If you're feeling love for them, it's because they're feeling love for you. If you're thinking about a memory that you've shared together, it's because, or you're thinking about a memory that you know, or creating a memory that you will share together, it's because that's what they're thinking. So remember, and like this video that I've got going out later, mental diets, how to remain persistent with your desire. We have to remind ourselves, an assumption is something that we believe to be true without proof. An assumption is something that we believe to be true without proof. So do I actually have physical proof that my SP, my ex, was missing me when I was manifesting him back? No, I don't physically have any proof. However, I know from the tone of his voice, I know from my own assumption as well, hearing the tone of his voice in my head, and my own assumption that I am worthy of being missed, therefore he does miss me, because that's my assumption. If I could have an assumption that he doesn't give a damn about me and he doesn't think about me, and that could harden into fact. But my assumption, based on how I feel that he's feeling about me, is that he's missing me like crazy. I hope that's helped, and I didn't go too much off tangent, but with an assumption, we have a choice. We have a choice. We can choose to assume positively about something, or we can choose to assume negatively. When I used to hear songs on the radio in the car that were our songs, I always chose positively. He can't stop thinking about me. I'm all he thinks about. Hey, Blue 11. Hola. Better late than never. That's what I always say. Anyway, I hope that's helped. I hope that's helped. Michael, I hope that's helped. Lizzie XO. I've always struggled making money due to mental illness and being unwell. It's hard to hold a job. Well, Lizzie, money doesn't just have to come from a job. Remember, money, and I'm sorry that you've had struggles with mental illness, by the way, but money doesn't just have to come from job. We're so ingrained to think that money should just come from working, and it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. So you can start saying so what I would suggest, Lizzie, you do is write down what your beliefs are about money, and not related to a job, but what your beliefs are about money. So if you believe if you believe the only way you can make money is through a job, that's a belief, a limiting belief. If you believe that your mental illness is going to stop you from getting more money, that's a belief. So I want you to write down a list of beliefs that you have about money, connected to not having a job and you not being very well. And what I want you to do is just flip that story. So, for example, money flows to me from all different sources. Money flows to me from all different directions. It's so easy for me to make money. I can make money easily and effortlessly from anywhere. I can manifest money out of the blue. I'm constantly creating money out of thin air. I am financially abundant. It's so easy for me to have money. Even without a job, it's so easy for me to have money because money just simply flows to me easily and effortlessly. So I want you to kind of start being more open at where money can come from. Think about all the different ways we can make money, whether it's investments, whether it's, being surrounded by generous people that just want to give us money, whether it's, credit card companies needing to give you money back for incorrect charges, for example, whether it's money from somebody unfortunately passing away, whether it's money from the long lost cousin that just basically just wants to give you some money because you've been manifesting money and that's just coming to you because money comes from all different directions. It is so possible to get money from anywhere. It's so possible to create money from anywhere. So just want you to start thinking kind of outside of that working environment of how money can flow to you. I really hope that's helped, Lizzie, and I really hope you get well soon. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Michael. Okay, Blue 11. I love all your comments, by the way, on my videos. Thanks so much. I am noticing that I get really into the 3D when I'm paying and buying food, and I'm thinking new thoughts but feel negative. Oh, was that? Okay, feel negative. Okay, so buying food, etc. I'm thinking new thoughts, but feel, oh, right. Okay, so basically, I think what you're trying to say, Blue 11, is that when you are in your 3D and you're buying things, you're thinking, oh my God, how am I going to pay for this? How am I going to pay for this? Have I got enough money for this? I'm thinking that that's what you're thinking. So I actually think that what I used to do, from what I used to do as well. So bearing in mind, I've only started to make, since I left my corporate job, I've only started to make money again from about June this year. So, you know, £1,500 in the bank, had a massive visa bill. The anxiety was real, and it was really, really hard to not go into the 3D and think, oh my God, how am I going to afford that? How am I going to afford that? How am I going to afford that? What I used to do, so I would be, for those of you that are in the UK, you know, Tesco. So I'd go to the grocery store and I would know exactly how much money I had, and I would basically spend the money that I could afford to spend. Oh, thanks, Blue 11. I would spend the money that I knew I could afford to spend, that I had available to spend on food. And my mindset would start saying to me, yeah, where's the next food going to come from? Where's the next bit of money going to come from? You know, and it would start trying to take me down. And I would literally, at the same time as me literally tapping the machine, paying for the food, I would be saying, isn't it amazing that I can afford anything? Isn't it amazing that I've always got enough money for food? I've always got enough money for food. In fact, I've always got enough money for anything, you know. And just doing that and repeating that, looping that in my mind, I am a money magnet. I am able to afford anything. Money comes to me so easy and effortlessly. Hey, Donna, money comes to me so easy and effortlessly. It's so easy for me to be able to spend money, because the more money I spend, more money comes back to me multiplied. So I would start doing that. I would still, so Blue 11, I'd still have anxiety and I'd still be crapping myself about how I was going to afford money the next day. But I was still focused on the affirmations and telling my affirmations, you know, and that I hope that's helped. So when you are spending money and you're worried because you can't necessarily afford, or you're worried about being able to buy the next thing, focus on the now. Isn't it amazing I'm able to afford food so easy and effortlessly? Isn't it amazing I'm able to afford anything easy and effortlessly? Isn't it amazing that I'm financially abundant? Yes, you're going to still feel the anxiety, but the more you do that, the more you impress a subconscious mind with your I am affirmations. When you're feeling in this state, not too anxious, like I was describing to Mehmet earlier, that's when we need to take a bit of a break. But if you're just feeling a little bit stressed in this particular situation, then step back in your mind, recognize what's happening, and tell the new story. Tell the story of the life you've got. Well, I've got money to spend. I've got money to spend on food. Money comes to me so easily and effortlessly. You know, I've always got enough money to buy anything that I desire. In fact, you know, it's good for me to spend this money, because money comes back to me multiplied. Whenever money leaves my account, it comes back to me multiplied. I hope that helps. Okay, you're welcome, Lizzie. Okay. Yes. Blue 11, keep persistent and focus. Don't worry too much about being anxious in that moment. I get it. I really get it. Things will, you consistently persist with the story, even if you have little pockets of anxieties throughout. And this actually is a really good kind of thing to do as well. So thanks, Blue 11. So this basically, when you're doing something, or say, for example, you know, you've just walked past your SP, or you're talking to your SP, and you know they're not with you yet, but you're talking to them, and your mindset's going to start saying, they're never going to like you. They're never going to fancy you. You're not worth them. They're worth more than you. They could they could be with somebody so much better than you. Whatever it's doing, when you're talking to them, it's there in your mind. It's like, oh my God, look at the way that they're looking at me. They can't stop looking at me. They think I'm the best thing since sliced bread. Oh my God, they're literally checking me out. I know in a second they're going to ask for my number. They're going to ask for my number. They're constantly thinking about me. They're all I think about. You want to kind of, again, when we're in these little pocket situations where we're thinking, oh my God, it's not going to work. Oh my God, that. And I had that a lot, and I still get it sometimes. I want you to just kind of go, right, I know what's happening. Subconscious mind, kick in. Let's suppress it. Let's suppress it with the affirmations. And let's get that crap out, and we can start relax. Because when I was on the beach in Ibiza, and there was a guy. I was like, oh, he's really cute. He's really, really cute. And I was saying to myself, he's going to ask for my number. Now, bearing in mind with COVID, I haven't had a lot of people asking for my number lately. But I was like, he's going to ask my number. He's going to ask me out this evening. I know he's going to ask me out this evening. I stayed with the story. Bearing in mind, I had a little bit of doubt. I've not been asked out for a long time because of COVID, and I've been focusing on my business, and I haven't been out as much. But, guess what happened? He asked for my number, and he asked me out that night. I didn't go. I liked the idea of being pursued and chased. It was a great feeling. So, but you get the concept. It works. Okay. I hope that's helped. Thank you for being genuine and answering the questions. Oh, no, not at all, Spiky Riri. Not at all. I think it's good. Challenge me. Keep challenging me. Challenge me. I love it. But that's with all of you as well. With any of my videos, you don't like what I've said, as long as you're kind of respectful with it, unlike that lady talking about my cleavage a few weeks ago, just be, constructive. We're all learning, we're all growing, we all need to share information, and maybe something I've said hasn't come across as well as it should, or maybe there's a misconception with something. Just be honest. I love it. Be honest. Yes, good, Blue 11. Oh, Shan, that's a lovely name. Shan 504. Hello. Love your inspiration you give to others through these tough times. Oh, thank you. How can you change a challenging relationship for the better? Focus on the story that you want now. For those of you that have seen my videos about my ex, who I still miss a lot, I'm being honest, and it's been a very hard day of missing him today, because we haven't been together for a long time, but my choice. When I focused on revising him, I wasn't focused on revising me, as in doing my self-concept as much. I was still holding on to limiting beliefs of, I'm always treated badly. Men always treat me like shit. This is going to happen again. Nothing's really going to change. That was my deep-rooted belief, even though I was kind of saying the affirmations. Now, sometimes, and I'm one of these people, this isn't everybody. Sometimes we need a bit more guidance. We need a bit more than affirmations. And I truly believe that. Sometimes some of us have had a lot of trauma in our lives, and that needs to be released before we can start evidencing the life that we really, truly desire. And I'm one of those people, and some of my clients are some of those people as well. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. So we can change people, and we can change the challenging relationship for the better by focusing on the story of the relationship that we want. Now, depending on how painful the story is, it's going to be, I'm not going to lie. And it's, can question me, challenge me with this. It's not easy. Depending on how much pain or what the history is in the relationship, it's not going to be easy. If it's just a few little things like, oh, sometimes he doesn't prioritize me, or sometimes he doesn't message me, or sometimes he lets me down. If it's kind of like a bit like that, that's easy. I'm constantly prioritized. In fact, the man I've chosen to be in a relationship with me prioritizes me so much because he can't quite believe that I picked him. That kind of story. You can do that, and you can just repeat that. You can, I'm always being responded to in a timely manner. My SP is always reliable. I only attract kind, loving, reliable people in my life because everybody respects me, everybody values me. So you can do that. But then there are some of us that need more, a hell of a lot more support to release these limiting beliefs and these blocks and these hurts and these triggers and these pains. And like I said, I am one of them. So depending, Shan Shen, on which one of those people you are, and how much energy and effort you want to put in revising this challenging relationship, ask yourself what you think about you. What's your self-concept? And why is this relationship challenging? Is that a pattern from your past? Or is this just a one-off where you've got a few challenging things that you just want to revise? So I would recommend focusing on your self-concept, building your self-concept, because think about it. If you are now Shan Shen, I'm not sure whether that I'm thinking that's a female. If you are the warrior, the goddess in your reality, and you act as a goddess and you act as the warrior, you're confident, you're radiating confidence, you're valued, you're respected, you love yourself exactly as you are, you think you're a wonderful person. If you are coming out into the world as that person, why is your relationship challenging? So for me, that question makes me think that we need to look at your self-concept. But that said, or as well as, you can revise a challenging relationship by telling the story of what it is that you desire. Like I said, I've kind of given you kind of different varieties because for other people that watch this, they're going to go, yeah, but I've tried that and it doesn't work. For some of us, it isn't just about persisting. For some of us, we need more. Okay? Hope that's helped. I got moving and got silent again. Why does this happen? Hot and cold behavior, Melody. Hot and cold thoughts. We think, and also as well. So Melody said, I've got movement and it got silent again. What does this mean? Basically, this is hot and cold thoughts, hot and cold behaviors in our own mindset. Or what happens is, and what I did when I got my ex back, I was like, oh, brilliant. I don't need to do this. Is before I learned more about affirming and manifesting. I was like, oh, brilliant. I don't have to do my affirmations anymore. Yeah, no, we can half revert it right back to what it was before I left. So in the first place, so we need to consistently and persistently and diligently do our work, whether that's affirmations, visuals, scripting, whatever it is your choice that works for you. We need to be persistent, even when we've got it. Even when we've got it, you're still persistent with that until you feel that you've got enough evidence that that is now the new assumption. And then there might be some other things that you think are not the new assumption. Are not assumptions that you want to be assumptions, and then you can kind of tailor the affirmations and the work on that. So we want to consistently tell the story. I've got movement and it went silent again. No, I'm constantly in contact with my SP. My SP can't stop thinking about me. I'm constantly hearing from him. I'm hearing from him or her so much that it's getting a little bit overwhelming. They're constantly in contact with me. They're constantly messaging me. They're constantly calling me. They're constantly asking to see me. They're constantly prioritizing me. I'm constantly being prioritized. So you want to just keep telling the story. Or I tell you what, if that was me and it was an SP, I would be rampaging the F out of it. I'll be like, this is not happening, not on my watch. This isn't going silent, boom. But then you want to keep persisting until you feel it's natural. You've got enough evidence that everything that you've been trying to manifest is now with you. And then you want to keep manifesting, but other things like, isn't my relationship so amazing and wonderful if you've got them back? Aren't I so lucky being in this amazing relationship? Isn't it amazing that my friends are constantly commenting on how happy I am because we're back together, and everybody loves the fact that we're back together. So then you want to kind of then revise the story a little bit further. I hope that's helped, Melody. Philip, I haven't gotten what I want yet. Oh, okay. Okay. But in regards to my SP, I have been being pursued by other people. Birds before land. Is this, I would say yes. I would say yes, birds before land. I would say up the game on manifesting. This is exciting. Oh my God. I would say up the game on manifesting. So on affirming, up the game on affirming, get into those loops, get into the rampages. You know, you are the only one for that person. He is the only one for you. You know, you are together. You know, be that person that is the wish fulfilled. You know, he can't stop thinking about me. He's all I think about. Or, you know, build that story on the affirmations and rampage the bleep out of it, and specifically mentioning his name as well in it. And on top of that, you choose, you decide, this is your life, you're the God of your reality, nobody else, your opinion matters, nobody else's, and this is your assumption, and this is what's going to be yours. Boom. Go for it. I'm in the most amazing, incredible, loving relationship with my SP. He can't stop thinking about me. I'm all he thinks about all day, every day. I'm constantly getting messages from him. He's constantly prioritizing me. I'm constantly being invited to all the events and everything that he does because he can't stand the thought of me not being with him, because he loves showing me off, because he can't believe how lucky he is to be with me. I am everything that a person desires in a loving relationship, which is why the person who desires me stays, or the person that is committed to me stays. So I've said person, you can say man, woman, SP, X, their name. In this instance, Philip, say the name and say it loud, and you know. Okay, hope that helped. Oh, you're welcome, Shan. Okay, Audrey M. Hi, Natalie. I've been working on my self-concept and I now have thoughts like he's not worthy of me. Okay. Aha. So is it possible that his own self-concept is kind of reversed and pushed out on me? Do you mean pushed out on me? Is kind of reversed and pushed out on me. So he's not worthy of me. So he's thinking, oh my God, what if she doesn't want me anymore? What if she's not available for me? What if she's met somebody else? What if she doesn't think that I'm enough for her anymore? I think that's what you mean. I love that. That's so cool. That is raising your self-concept as well. I think that's brilliant. So I know I would say, yeah, it's your assumption. This is your opinion. So if you want to assume that he is now thinking that, oh my God, what if I don't get her back? What if I can't be with her? What if she thinks I'm not worthy of her anymore? Absolutely. That is building your self-concept. That is putting yourself as the prize and on the pedestal. I love that. You know, that's brilliant. I love it. Yes. Okay. Spiky Vivi, do you have any SATS stories? Visualize anything and it appeared quickly? Well, yeah, I mean, basically, so SATS, for those of you that don't know, it is state akin to sleep. And this is the state when we are kind of sleepy, in that meditative state where our conscious mind is getting a bit tired and kind of closing off, and our subconscious mind is opening up, so it's more impressionable, which is why Neville Goddard always says, you know, this is a really, really good time to visualize or to affirm what it is you want. Now, I basically, if any of you have seen my video where I talk about the eavesdropping technique, I love the eavesdropping technique, where I manifested just under £19,000 from a contract where I was told I was going to get nothing. I basically did that. I got myself, whenever I do a visualization, I say forced. I don't mean forced with attachment or resistance. I just mean like forced, like I'm physically going to sit down now and I'm going to do a visualization rather than it just naturally popping into my mind. So when I was doing this, I would, first thing in the morning, I wouldn't do it at nighttime actually, because you don't have to be in bed to be in a SAT to do SATs. You don't, you know, a state akin to sleep. You just need to be in a relaxed state, nice deep breathing, relaxed state, quiet. I would say eyes closed. I would say when it's safe to do so. And I would literally, I would sit on my sofa over there and I would focus on the visual of these people that had wronged me being told off by a particular person. So one of them was going to be in trouble for how I was treated. And they had come to an agreement that I was going to get £20,000. That was it. It was all agreed. So I would sit in the state. I could see them, 3 of them in the room. I could hear their voices. And I don't see myself there, but I'm literally looking at it from my own eyes. And the 3 of them are in the room and they're all talking. And one of them's like, you know, the way you treated the way you treated Natalie was really awful. So are we agreed that she's now going to get £20,000? Are we all in agreement with that she deserves the £20,000 because of how you've treated her? And everyone says, yes, yes, yes. So it's all agreed. It's all agreed. And then, so I would do that and I would repeat that small little scene, knowing that I'm going to, so then it was like, well, I'm getting the £20,000. It's done. It's a done deal. Now, I know I said I'm getting as in if I didn't have it, but for me, I had done enough work in that visual scene for me to be able to then kind of let that scene go. I did have some fears. It didn't take long to manifest. It did manifest in chunks of money. Plus I got some other stuff that added up to the 20,000. But what I would do afterwards as well, I would do intentions as well. You know, I intend for them to be sorry about how they treated me, and I intend for them to have all agreed. So I would then have the intentions as well. Spiky Riri, I hope that helped. And yeah, it didn't take long. I started doing that mid-May last year. By basically the end of May, the end of May's paycheck I thought was coming anyway, but they could have held that back, to be honest. So basically from the end of May, and then I got June, and then I got July, and I thought July's was it, and then I got more money at the end of August, and I got more money at the end of September. So it kind of came over 5 months. I didn't specify lump sums, so you can be more specific. I hope that's helped. Okay, guys. It is now 5 o'clock, and I know that you want the cleavage. I know. Did any of you see that woman commenting about me sharing my cleavage? Bloody hell. It wasn't even showing my cleavage. I had the subtitles over it. Anyway, I'll wear what I want. It's my body. Okay, guys. So I'm going to have to wrap up. We've done an hour, and I have another client that has got a coaching session booked with me in about 10 minutes. So I just want to say thank you so much for everything. I really do feel that, I don't know what you think, but this channel for me, the people on this channel are like, I've not experienced this when I've seen other channels. Like, you all support each other, you all support me, you've all got my back, we've all got each other's back, we all help each other. If we disagree, we do it in a kind, loving way, and I love that. So yeah, let's I'm focusing now on 4,000 subscribers. So yeah, and they're all going to be like you, loving and kind and supportive. Yes. Okay, guys, have a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous rest of your days, wherever you're watching this from. And I've got my video going out shortly, or I say shortly, probably in the next couple of hours. It's the second part of how to remain persistent. It's all mental diet. Please comment, like, share, subscribe, you name it, you know what to do. Take care, and I will see you soon.